In this question we're asked to calculate pk, which is going to be the negative log to base 10 of k. But first of all, let's go ahead and get k. The equation we're going to use here is delta G naught equals negative RT natural log of k. The delta G value we're going to use will be the value we calculated from question 3, or at least the one I calculated from question 3. Yours will probably be different. And mine comes out to be 15 kilojoules per mole. Now, to end up getting the log of k, or the natural log of k, I'm going to have to rearrange this. So ln of k is going to equal negative of delta G naught over RT. Now the negative here is important because if this happens to be a negative value, the delta G value happens to be a negative value, then what's going to happen is you have to put a negative in front of it. In this case though, the delta G naught value is positive, so I'm going to do negative 15 kilojoules per mole over RT. Now the R value is given to us, 8.314 joules per mole per Kelvin, and the temperature is 298 K, which I get from the degrees Celsius here. Now even if I used 273.15 as my conversion, this is still no decimal places, that's 2 decimal places, so it still comes out to be 298 K, which is no decimal places. The issue we face here though is that we've got joules here and kilojoules here. So what I'm going to do is do a conversion. I'll do 1000 joules per 1 kilojoule. Now what's going to happen is the joules will cancel now, the moles will cancel, the kilojoules will cancel as well, and the kelvins will cancel, and we'll end up with something that doesn't have any units, which is generally the case with a natural log of something. So the log k here is going to come out to be 6.1. Negative 6.1. Is our final answer there for natural log of k. Now to get the actual k value, what I'll have to do is do e to the power of, that's the inverse natural log. And you'll see that on your calculator. It's going to be the button that's going to be the shift, usually, of the natural log. So e to the negative 6.1. Now this comes out to be 2.21 times 10 to the negative 3. Let's make it 2.2 times 10 to the negative 3 to account for sig figs. And then we will take the pk, and the pk is the negative log of 2.2, negative log of k, which is a negative log of 2.2 times 10 to the negative 3. I'm just going to check on this, make sure I've got the right answer here. And that's going to be 2.66. So that would be the final answer there. So notice the number of sig figs here. This is going to be 2 sig figs, which makes this 2 decimal places once the log is calculated.